a Scythian gold helmet from the 4th century BC, which is part of the collection that could be handed over to Kiev after Russia annexed Crimea. Credit Peter DejongAP photo. Russia has threatened to cut off museum exchanges with the Netherlands if it upholds a decision to give Ukraine ancient gold artifacts left in limbo when Russia annexed Crimea. Speaking with state news agency RIA Novosti on Thursday, Culture Minister Vladimir Medinsky said a 2016 court decision to hand over more than 2,000 Crimean artifacts to Kiev was absolutely politicized and destroys the system of exchanging exhibits. Russia has appealed the ruling. This can be compared only with the plundering of museums during Napoleon's Italian campaigns or the fascist aggression of the Second World War. Mr. Medinsky said, "If this ruling comes into force, I want to have the right to sanction any exhibits on the territory of a country where a most dangerous precedent of seizing cultural treasures is being created," he added. 4 Crimean museums lent 2,111 invaluable cultural artifacts created by the Scythians, a race of nomadic horse warriors who dominated the Eurasian steppe in the centuries before Christ, to the Allard Pierson Museum in Amsterdam in February 2014, but the future of these showpieces in the museum's Crimea Gold and Mysteries of the Black Sea exhibit came into question when Russia took over the peninsula in the following weeks. Culture Minister Vladimir Medinsky speaks at an international cultural forum at the State Hermitage Museum on Thursday. Credit Alexander Demyanchuk TASS via Getty Images. The vast collection includes a 4th century BC gold helmet engraved with warriors, a spiral gold bracelet with birds and other animals, a Chinese lacquer box from the 1st century, a statue of a sea goddess and a bronze pommel depicting a griffin attacking a deer. Although the insurance valuation of the collection was $2 million, Crimean authorities have said several of the artifacts were completely unique and would fetch an exponentially higher price on the open market. A court in Amsterdam ruled in December 2016 that only sovereign countries could claim objects as cultural heritage and therefore the artifacts should be delivered to Ukraine, where their future could be decided by a Kiev court. Ukrainian authorities welcomed the decision, but the Crimean Museum soon filed an appeal. New hearings were expected to begin this autumn. The Russian Culture Ministry has spent hundreds of thousands of pounds on high-powered lawyers in the case. A spiraling torque from the 2nd century AD is displayed as part of the exhibit of Scythian artifacts in Amsterdam. Credit Peter DejongAP photo. In September, the British Museum opened an exhibit of similar artifacts from the State Hermitage Museum in St. Petersburg called Scythians, Warriors of Ancient Siberia, which runs through January. In August, dig at the grave in Crimea of a Scythian woman who lived in the 1st century unearthed 140 pieces of gold jewelry, which the head of the Crimean Institute of Archaeology said would help fill the hole left by the artifacts now in the Netherlands. Earlier this month, Ukraine's Culture Ministry complained to UNESCO that renovations by the new Crimean authorities are destroying the Bakhchisarai Palace, a 500-year-old former residence of Crimean Tatar rulers that is listed as a tentative UNESCO World Heritage Site. A woman adjusts a golden artifact before the opening of the Scythians, Warriors of Ancient Siberia exhibit as the British Museum. Credit Frank Austin photo.